I know you're a huge advocate of green energy, and there are arguments about that and pricing. But help me. The price of oil is now down to $86 a barrel. The price of natural gas is down to 75 euros per kilowatt hour. Whilst that's higher than it's been in recent years, it's lower in both those cases than before Putin invaded Ukraine. As a supplier, can you help me by telling me why our household bills are still so blooming high?
Yeah, so there's a lag in the system. And since Ofgem introduced the price cap, which was updated every 6 months, they've now changed that to every 3 months. They have a methodology for calculating the price cap, which assumes a certain way of hedging, buying forwards. The whole market now buys energy forwards to the same timetable that Ofgem calculates it, so 3 months forwards. So there's going to be a lag of those 3 months between a drop in the wholesale price and the next price cap. So right now we're at about £4,000 a year in January, annual average. Come April, that's going to drop to about 2,500, something like that. And come the summer, it's going to drop to 3,000 in April and 2,000 something in the summer. So it'll be half what it is today in 6 months' time. But that's because energy companies have to buy forwards. They can't.
But do they have to buy forwards?
Well, I think so, because otherwise it's a massive gamble. And, 30 companies went bankrupt just 12 months ago because they hadn't bought forwards.
With the taxpayer being on the hook for billions.
It cost so much money. And that's because they hadn't bought forwards.
Quick thought on green energy. Now, you were being paid on green energy on the basis of the gas price when the gas price was through the roof. That was a bit of a nonsense, wasn't it?
Well, we don't sell green energy to anybody else. To our customers, yes, but we don't wholesale green energy. So we weren't making money out of that. We were avoiding a big cost for ourselves from the stuff that we buy from other people. But it is crazy. The market needs to be reformed because we allow the price of gas-generated electricity to set the price of everything else. Nuclear, renewables, coal, everything.
Why?
Madness. It's a market mechanism that we have to change. We also allow global markets to tell us what to pay ourselves for North Sea gas made here. It went up to 10 times its value during the crisis at the peak to what we normally paid for it, and we let global markets do that to gas made here. We shouldn't allow that either.
I mean, we've been suffering, Dale, we've been suffering for many years now, not just at a domestic level, but at an industrial level, with energy prices much higher than most of Europe and double, or even more than double, America and other industrial competitors. I mean, what are we going to do? Looking ahead strategically, this does matter, doesn't it? Getting cheaper energy does matter. What are we going to do that?
The only way we can solve the energy crisis and the price crisis permanently is to switch to renewable energy, 100%.
Well, hang on a second. That's all well and good, but massive subsidies have gone into renewables, particularly wind farms.
In the past. So right now, onshore wind and solar need no public money. If the government were to change the planning regime to give them an equal footing to other forms of energy, we could build all the energy that we need. We have enough wind and sun to power the entire country. So this year...
But not when the wind doesn't blow.
No, but that's a balancing issue. And National Grid say that we can run the country 100% on renewables. So I think there's some credibility there. This year, we'll spend £150 billion on our electricity bills. It's madness. It's 10 times what they used to be. If we were powered by the wind and the sun, we'd be spending £15 billion. And that's crippling our economy. We have to get off of fossil fuels.
But we have to have the backup when the wind doesn't blow.
We have storage coming through, grid-scale storage, different methods. Batteries are leading the charge at the moment.
Too expensive.
They're working. They're working commercially at the moment. And we have the smart grid, which is about balancing demand from industrial users and homes every minute of the day, using smart meters, using AI technology. That stuff is coming. At the moment, we have dumb demand. So we have huge peaks of demand and troughs of demand. National Grid are confident we can run the country 100% on renewable energy.
Well, I have to say, I have looked at this whole battery storage issue, for over 20 years. There's been a debate about this. And at the moment, I don't think it's commercially viable. How do you feel? I mean, all right, you are an advocate, a believer in green energy. I'm far more sceptical than you. And I get its usages. I just object to the tens of billions of taxpayer money that's been put into it over the last couple of decades. Where do you stand on nuclear energy?
It's much more expensive. it eats tens of billions more public money than renewables have, and will do for a very long time, because we have to actually deal with the radioactive waste as well. I think that what we have, we should keep, and we should use it as we transition into 100% green energy. We shouldn't be building Sizewell, the next one.